कॉर्डलेस माइक वहाँ पे चाहिए 2-3 दे दीजिए। सेशन मॉडरेटर मिस M.M. दास गुप्ता, CGM MSN IT सर्विसेज बेंगल लिमिटेड। Will moderate this first technical session. So it is up to you, ma'am. Thank you, Rajshri. A very good morning to everyone present. We now begin the first session of this international conference titled Adoption of Artificial Intelligence in the Iron and Steel Industry. This session is scheduled for 1 hour and will feature 5 distinguished speakers. Each speaker will have 8 minutes for their presentation. A short bell will sound at the 5-minute mark and a long bell at 7 minutes, by which time we request the speakers to begin concluding their remarks and complete the presentation within the next minute. We sincerely request all speakers to kindly adhere to the time limits so that every presentation receives due attention and the session proceeds smoothly. For the benefit of the audience, please note that the question and answer segment will be conducted after all the presentations are completed. We would therefore request audience to kindly note down their questions and hold them until the floor formally opens for discussions. With that, may I now have, we start the session. The very first presentation is From Data to Benefit, Preconditions and Boundaries for the Application of AI in Steel Production. From Prime Metals Technology, we have Mr. Anup Kumar Kedia, Assistant Vice President, Engineering and Commissioning Group Head Level 2 Automation Caster. Mr. Anup Kumar Kedia has completed Master of Computer Applications since 1997 from North Bengal University. He has over 25 years of experience in design, development, commissioning and management of Level 3 and Level 2 automation systems. He has wide commissioning experience in steel plants in India and abroad. He has gathered specialized knowledge in the process optimization of caster and presently leading the Level 2 automation group in caster at Prime Metals Technology. Mr. Anup Kumar Kedia.
All the present members and juries, and the basic idea of this presentation is that there is a huge hype that AI can solve all our problems. Yes, AI is necessary, but in production environment for the steel industry, we have the precondition to take care of the mistakes that AI is doing. I will start this. I will start this presentation with some quotes. It is all about data, but it is not only about the data. Data is the new oil. We know data is necessary, data is the new resource, but that's not the all. The world's most valuable resource is no longer oil but data. Like the goal is to turn data into information and information into insight. We have huge number of data, but we have to find out how to utilize this data. For example, we have the raw oil. From there we distill it and then we get the gasoline. So this is the way we have to collect the data, and then we have to find out what is important for us, what is valuable for us. Data is like garbage. You better know what you are going to do with it before you collect it. Because we have a large number of inquiry that we have collected the data and they do not know what to do with this data. So we have the condition that you better know first what you want to do, and then collect the data. Otherwise, you have a lot of garbage. If you give the garbage in, then you will get the garbage out. Data and information without action is useless, because if we have the knowledge, we have the data, but we do not take any action to utilize this data, then the entire effort is worthless. Now, if data is so important, then we have to take care how to make this data effective. And this bring me to the formula that the quality of the data multiplied by the quality of the knowledge and then degree of action we take. Here, the AI can support in many ways. We can have the first principle method, we can have machine learning and other methods, expert system that we can support the AI. Now, what do we have to consider when using AI in industrial environment? There are a lot of applications, but especially in the industrial environment, where we do not, safety and security is very much concerned. So, how to utilize AI in this area? Now we talk about as I told, three aspects of the data. So we first talk about the quality of the data. As you know, I give you an example of B2C applications. Like in B2C applications, I give one example where you buy all the things. I do not name the institutes or applications, but there is a not very large number of data points. For example, we have the postal address, we have the credit card number, we have the address, everything is there. But all are correct and correct information is given by the user. While there are number of transactions, a lot of transactions are there. But in steel industry, maybe there is not a lot of transactions, but data points are, a large number of data points. I'll come to that point also. And here, the data points are independent to each other. But in our steel industry, the data are not depending on each other. So they are not independent. This is one of the major things we have to consider. Now the complexity of the data structure. As you know, in normal applications, we have not so complex data. But in our steel industry, if we talking about one simple aggregate where we have the optimization system, itself this optimization system has the complex data structure, and we have to deal with all the aggregates that is present in the system. So there is a complex data structure. Even I'll give you an example of the quality system. If we collect the quality from origin to finished product, we have to gather 8,000 to 10,000 data points just to find out the quality of the system. So this is the large system. So we have to consider this complexity in the structures. Now I come to the other dimensions of the data, like completeness. We are talking about the AIs, we are talking about the machine learnings, but data sets is very important in AI, because the AI is depending on the data sets which we are providing. It should be complete. For example, I give you an example that in blast furnace, no one wants to run the blast furnace in unstable conditions. So we have the data for the stable conditions. We do not have the data for the unstable conditions. So the data is not complete. The system does not know what is good, what is bad. So we should have the data with unstable conditions also. Then we can only improvise the things. Timeliness. The data should be coming into the system with time. The laboratory data. I gave you an example that the laboratory system data should come in time. The relevance. The data should be relevant. Accurate. The data should be accurate. And then the consistent data should be there. So I am just speeding it up because time is very less. So now we come to the quality of knowledge. Now in the steel plant operators, the different operators run the plants in different ways, and here we can digitize the knowledge. Then we can bring a platform where we can improve with the data, and continuous improvement can be done. We do not depend on the operators. We have digitized the system. And the transparency, the system should be very much transparent, because the decision maker should have the trust on the system, because why it is taking such decisions, on what factors it has taken such decisions. If that confidence we can give through the system, then the plant responsible person will use the system and we can implement the AI in the area. The next thing is the degree of actions. If we know the system, we know everything of there, but we do not take any action, we do not bring action, then entire effort is futile. So in normal conditions, plant operations, the operator knows with their experience, process engineers give the training to them, and we gather the data and convert it to the operations. How AI can use, where I can use the AI, we have converted already the knowledge into the digitized form, and with the huge number of data collection, we can get more insight, and with the data analytics, business intelligence, and give the process engineer more insight to improve the digitized knowledge. Now, we support the steel producers with AI solutions. I give you some examples, like we have the artificial ear, like baghouse filter system. Here we are using acoustic sensor. So here are some of the examples I give you. I will finish it up. That acoustic system, it is we call digital eye, and then we have the artificial eye where we have the camera-based system. We give the models over here and assist the operators. And this is the cockpit system. This is the ear-based system. We have also the AI models for the ear also. And blast furnace also, we predict the temperature, tapping temperature with 2 hours before with a plus minus of certain degree of accuracy. And then we have implemented already in many plants in China, the AI systems over there. We give you an example of the China, this Tangshan steel plant. Now we have the tensile strength of the steel. Here also we have used the AI system, and we have a very good result over this one. And now the asset life expert, LX system. In normal asset life system, what is happening, there is a sensor, and if the sensor value goes with a particular value, then we give the alarm. The operator does not know what to do, he has to use his experience. But we are using a lot of sensors, a lot of other optimization system, and taking all the inputs from there and build a complex system, and we instruct the operator why the problem has happened and what actions needs to be taken. So this is more than a conditioning monitoring system. So we have a large team of the experts who is working on we have the domain knowledge, because since a long time we are in this field, and we have a large number of statistics and mathematicians. We have the collaboration with the universities where we are collaborating with them, developing the models, and we have a huge team of programming and IT and together we are performing contributing in the AI systems. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Arun Kumar Gedia. The next presentation in this session is Adoption of AI in Iron and Steel from AMNS India Private Limited. The speaker is Mr. Narendra V. Bhadwe, Head Digital Delivery Information Technology. Mr. Narendra Bhadwe is working in AMNS for the last 4 years. He has a total of 22 years of experience in the areas of manufacturing, consulting, and IT delivery. He has also served organizations like Reliance, Accenture, IBM, and Capgemini before joining AMNS. Mr. Narendra.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will quickly run you through the, why AI adoption is necessary in the steel industry. So I have divided my presentation into 2 sections. Basically presenting the steel scenario in Indian industry, then what kind of challenges we are facing, followed by why AI becomes necessary in order to overcome those challenges, and the technology which is required. In the second session, we will talk about how we should adopt the AI, what should be the approach organization should take, and the necessary sub-branches within AI which are relevant for the steel industry to make it more efficient. So I think this part is already highlighted by the key dignitaries and speakers, how the scenario looks like in the Indian steel industry. And the key part is we have to double our production by 2030 so as to meet our targets. So that is a huge demand. And in fact, it is fueled by the good economy. The Indian economy is basically growing fast. So that will be, basically fueled by our large steel production requirements. And we already have the support from the government, as it was said in the opening statements also, that basically the Indian government is the primary, purchaser of most of the domestic steel which is produced, and the ISP is in fact helping in that. And also government is encouraging PLI scheme for downstream value-added steel to be produced in India. So those are the key drivers for the steel industry. But then not everything is rosy, everything comes with the challenges. But then the challenges are welcome because it triggers the innovation. And results or more thinking outside boundaries is what is required when we go with the AI. So the challenges also gives opportunity for to think differently and how AI can help us in that. So low cost steel imports was already mentioned by one of our dignitary, Mr. Rajan, that even though we are increasing the steel production, the costs are all-time low right now. So making steel more efficient and making our plants efficient and which will bring more yield, that is what the challenge AI can help with. Energy consumption, we are the energy guzzlers. So along with that, CO2 emitters. So also it was said we are looking at net zero. So that is where the opportunity comes with the AI. Making our plants to run the 24/7 to meet the production targets actually necessitate having reliable equipment. That is where the predictive AI can come into picture. And the quality control, gone are the days where manual quality checks used to happen. Now there has to be online quality checks, which are the key demand. The more we go for value-added products, the micro defects detection on runtime and averting them are the key criteria. So that is where the AI can help us. Basically, what I have tried to show, even though we are talking about AI, the most of the Indian industry has already started their digitalization journey almost like 5 to 6 years back. So the digitalization is the key foundation for any AI to happen because we need data to support AI. So most of the Indian industry started playing with the ERP systems, moving them on the cloud for better data gathering. Then they started, playing with RPA, bots, point solutions. At the same time, some of the use cases based on the IoT. So that is how the OT data started coming into picture. And now with the government policies and incentives and Samarth Bharat or Industry 4.0, I think what we need to do is the large scale AI, ML and IoT integration to reap the benefits so that we become efficient while we also meet our production targets. So given this background, I think why now we will understand why AI is required. Basically, rising demands, we need to have better operating efficiency and sustainability to catch up with the low-cost inputs what we are getting. So that is where AI has its foremost place. We have to make our operations more efficient. What helps here is that steel industry generates a lot of data. My fellow panelists just now said we have thousands of data points available. What makes sense is to gather those data points, have the quality data, analyze it, and produce the actionable insights which AI is capable of. Third point is, once you get AI insights, it can make us a very proactive decision making which will help us in predictive maintenance, quality related issues, and make us more efficient. That done, AI also help us to reduce cost. Of course, once you reduce cost, we will improve the quality and also our profitability if we run the AI models across the spectrum of the steel vertical. So that is why AI becomes more important. Quickly, what I will walk you through is what we need. We need data, so IoT, plant systems, data infrastructure, they are required so that we can run the core AI technologies, and along with that the cyber security so that data breach or data DPDP Act, all those things can be mentioned. Now, once we do that, what should be our approach, to take the advantages of AI? Typically, we start with experimentation, wherein the small use case basis approach we take. Once we get the success, the next part should be to excel, wherein we plan it better, organization-wide planning, some sort of strategic wins, and start getting return on investments. And once we get confidence in AI can really solve the problems. What is required is to go to the expert level. That is where we get the benefit most from the AI. So here we need to have organization-wide governance, complete framework to drive the AI. I think next slide will explain you. So what we strongly recommend, and we also are following it with AMS, is the 4 big rock strategy we call it. So there has to be a strategic alignment with the business, key stakeholders across CXO. We should have aligned with the kind of benefits AI can generate. We should have an AI digital council along with the key stakeholders, CXOs, experts from outside industry who can draw the vision. we understand the business pain points and have a strategic view for next 2 to 3 years how AI can change the game. Then comes the technology infrastructure readiness to make sure that whatever we envisage can be done. Point solutions won't happen. So we have to have big data lake, big infrastructure, edge computing solutions, necessary hardware ready to run the AI as a program. And the key is basically having the AI talent. We have to ensure that organizational-wide we drive the AI literacy based on the various stages or the role individual is playing. And once we have that, the key is the data governance and framework, because thousands data points we are putting it on the cloud, so any data breach or data security becomes a key success. So these are the 4 big rough strategy one must follow if we have to reap the benefit or adopt AI operationally. So quickly I will run you through the different AI, typically different components of AI. Even though we call it as AI, there is a conventional AI, then we have machine learning, we have generative AI, and we have agentic AI which serve different purposes across the organization. So while we are talking about how the AI can help here, I think based on the various analyst reports and earlier ISA study also, one can actually realize up to 60 to 100 USD per ton of steel value which is at stake. And if you see how it is broken down, the maximum opportunities there in manufacturing, followed by procurement and sales, and R&D and innovation. I think our fellow dignitaries also mentioned how we have to, Chief Guest himself mentioned how we are lacking in the form of R&D. So R&D is basically has the large potential to unlock the value of per ton of steel. And this is how actually we should, once we have the framework in place, we should start optimizing the steel processes for better efficiency and reduce waste. That basically comes up with the improving quality, AI-driven defect detection, real-time defect detection analysis, ensuring that our machinery runs 24/7 by predictive maintenance, switching over to the era of preventive maintenance. We also have a zero safety, zero number in safety, so that along with zero carbon, zero unsafe acts or zero unsafe conditions also is the motto, so that is where AI comes into picture. And whole thing put together, this data, the main advantage of AI and ML is it keeps churning out the data and keep improving itself. So that becomes a whole continuous loop of improving ourselves and achieving better and better efficiency and results. So that's how our approach should be for adopting the AI in the steel and ensure that we are efficient, we are cost effective, and not only increasing our production rate. I think with that I will close my case. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abadi. The next presentation in this session is on AI ethics and governance in public sector from Mecon Limited. We have 2 speakers in this session. One is Mr. P.K. Dubey, GM IT Services, and the second is Mr. Manish Kumar, Assistant Manager, IT Services. Mr. Pramod Kumar Dubey, GM IT Services at Mecon Limited Ranchi, has over 26 years of experience in IT and automation, plant area network, SCADA, software development, and cybersecurity. He is also part of the AML and Industry 4.0 task force of Mecon. He has led the digitalization team of key national projects like PLI scheme for specialty steel, and also serves as Mecon's Deputy Chief Information Security Officer. A certified cybersecurity officer by IIT Madras, he specializes in secure digital transformation for the steel and public sectors. He is a BTech Computer Science from BIT Sindri. Mr. Manish Kumar is Assistant Manager, IT Services at Mecon Limited Ranchi, specializing in AI, automation, and development ops. He is a BTech graduate in Computer Science from NIT Hamirpur.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to everybody. Today, our topic of discussion is mainly on the responsible AI practices which we would like to adopt in government organizations. This is in brief the whole AI technology which is currently being used in industries and various organizations. Key aspects which are being covered in this technology is the AI in general, the machine learning learning and deep learning. So we are going to talk on the generative AI first, which is part of the deep learning technology. What are the key enablers for generative AI? Because nowadays we are having a huge computing power and huge data. We are sitting over the huge data, and we are having a much better algorithms nowadays. These are the three key enablers for generative AI. The availability of data, as of now, we can imagine every day we are consuming, but every minute, 9 to 10 petabyte of data is being consumed. So we can see we are sitting over a huge amount of data, and because of the very good computing power, and GPUs, very high-end GPUs are being developed by companies like NVIDIA and all. So we are able to develop this technology. What are the key capabilities of generative AI? So, as you all know, the generative AI key capabilities are we are able to automate the repetitive tasks, and it is helping us in taking our decision making process. And it is and we all know the generative AI tools are capable of generating lifelike contents. Lifelike contents means it can generate any image, video, or any content which it is very difficult to distinguish whether it is a original content or AI generated content. So, and there lies a challenge also, because nowadays deep fakes are being used because of these capabilities. So these capabilities are being misused also. So what are the general concerns in generative AI? The general concerns are biases, reliability concern, inaccuracies, trustworthiness, and attribution and intellectual property rights, and cyber security and privacy. These are the general concerns we must know about the generative AI. For example, Replit, we all know it's an AI tool which has deleted the entire company's data, and it has again regenerated the company's data also. And Anthropic is it's a company which has paid around $1.2 billion to the books which they have used to generate their AI content. So there is a lack of reliability and trustworthiness on the AI, generative AI tools also. We must understand. Other concerns which we should know is AI hallucinations, over-reliance, and lack of explainability. Why there is a lack of explainability? Because the deep learning models like chatbots and other tools which we are using, they are basically using the huge unstructured data, and there is a chance of their giving such results which is not verifiable, and the model is not actually trained on that. So we must address those concerns if we are using the generative AI models in our company. For example, a public chatbot with generative AI system can expose the corporate secrets. So we must be cautious while using any public chatbot system. So what is the ways to harness the transformative potential of AI? We must address the responsible governance, robust safeguards and ethical practices while using the generative AI. So for example, we must adopt ethical development practices and accountability framework. We must adopt these two frameworks, ethics and accountability, while developing or using any AI tools. So these are the principles of responsible AI. We must know, and we must try to adopt in our organization, particularly our public sector or government organization, that is fairness, transparency, accountability, robustness, stability, privacy and security. Because security again is a big concern in AI system. Because it is AI only data intensive, we normally forget to address the security concern. This again, why fairness? There is a lack of fairness because of skewed training data. So training data must be accurate and so that we can minimize the biased output. And we must design our algorithm properly. Okay. So transparency again a big concern here. For example, there is one a small example of OpenAI where